What's your favorite race? Mine is the 100-meter. A few Sundays ago, Noah Lyles became the first American to win the men's 100-meter dash since 2004. He was wearing the Adidas Adizero Y3 spikes. But wait, didn't Nike have a 4-year head start on supershoes? Shut up. I'm getting to it. This video explores Nike's cheat-like supershoes so good that they got banned, and how they have since been falling off. But first, we bring you back to the 2012 London Olympics, where Adidas paid $150 million to be the title sponsorship. This meant they had exclusive rights to use key phrases like Olympics and London 2012 in their marketing. Adidas essentially went the pay-to-win route. However, Nike made it so the strict rules by the Olympics Committee seem not so strict anymore. There were 3 things Nike capitalized on. Nike was prohibited from showing London in the United Kingdom, but turns out there were a bunch of other Londons around the world, some arguably better than UK London. Also, regardless of who is the official sponsor, athletes were free to choose what to wear to matches. So, Nike swooped in and sponsored 4 bajillion Olympians to wear the bright green Nike Volt. If you're interested in color theory, green shoes directly contrast against the red racetracks, making the green really pop out to spectators. And finally, even though only Adidas was allowed to feature famous athletes, Nike instead used your local fat white kid running around, and America loved it. In a survey, 37% thought Nike was the official sponsor, compared to 21% who knew it was Adidas. And that's marketing, baby. Now it's the 2016 Olympics. Nike figured out how to combine shoes with flies. When a company says, "These shoes will make you faster," you kind of go, "Haha, sure, man." These shoes actually made you 4% faster than the fat white kid. For elite marathoners, this could mean shaving minutes off their time, huge in a sport where milliseconds count. In a few years, the Nike Vaporfly Supershoes then evolved into the Nike Alphafly. If Vaporfly was like running on springy clouds, then Alphafly added 2 air cushions so you use even less energy. Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge was the first person ever to run a marathon sub 2 hours. And what was he wearing? The flies. When Nike released these shoes to the public, it was like I was at a Black Friday sale at Walmart. Everybody wanted shoes that had secret engines in them. 9 out of 10 marathon record breakers in the past few years were all wearing super shoes. However, the World Athletics caught on, and soon after, in January 2020, 2 of Nike's flies were banned just before the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Overall, the new regulations meant Nike's main fly, the Vaporfly, was still in the running for Tokyo. So they kicked back and watched Olympians choose Nike shoes and win more than 60% of medals for track races. The advantage of wearing these iconic white and pink shoes were apparent in longer races, like the 1500 meter and marathon. This is the new steroids. Fast forward to the present. The Paris Olympics just finished, and it looks like Nike can't just do it anymore, with fewer athletes using the flies to compete in races. To be fair, Nike still held just barely the majority of gold medalists this year. But considering Nike had the head start of pushing out super shoes, they're losing steam while other brands are catching up on the super shoes technology. Nike also seems to be not stonks based on their latest earnings report. There were a number of things on that earnings call that really didn't seem good to me. The most significant one being Nike's reduced sales forecast to just 1%. In addition to overflowing inventory, Nike announced a $2 billion cost cut over the next few years. Low profit and cutting costs? That's a big red flag if I've ever seen one. I know most people have faith in the bigness of the brand to save Nike, and I agree, But I just think Nike is really dampening on their image, and it might take them longer to recover than anticipated. Lately, Adidas and even Puma and New Balance are pushing out innovative shoes that more and more runners seem to prefer. While Nike is snoozing on new shoes and focusing on celebrity athletes, Adidas instead works with its fans to build better shoes every year. Nike is pushing out new shoes, but definitely not innovations. While showing off their Olympic uniforms, Nike had athletes use generative AI to design whatever the hell these are. What are those? There's like a honey dipper, ballerina shoe, a one-ear Bluetooth headset, and is that one literally just upside down? This feels like those fashion statements, but not actually practical to wear kind of thing. Some of them are cool, don't get me wrong, but no one's gonna wear these things, so it's not an innovation or revolution. It seems Nike's swoosh is losing some of its swish. Nike's journey from revolutionary super shoes to their current stumbles is like watching Usain Bolt trip over his shoelaces. Once the undisputed king of athletic innovation, Nike now finds itself in a race where competitors are nipping at their heels. They're facing a crucial period where they need to lace up and remember what made them great in the first place. In the end, Nike's next few years will determine whether they can reclaim their throne or if they'll become the blockbuster of shoes. Once great, now just a nostalgic memory. Let's hope for their sake they find their second wind. Or maybe they can use their flies to outrun their problems. Thanks for visiting Too Big to Frog. We'll see you next time.